everyone. Hi, welcome. Welcome into the room. I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. That's right. I'm only on YouTube, folks. Hit that subscribe button now if you're not a subscriber already. Jump in the chat, tell me you love me, and consider becoming a member today. Let's see what we've got going on here. Welcome to the Blood Moon event. We are in a Mercury, Sun, Earth, Moon eclipse event during a coronal mass plasma ejection from the sun that's going to hit us at the same time we're in this conjunction. So we're high energy content here. Let's see. Someone has got some holding on to cash. Holding on to cash. We've got a monitoring spirit in here already. Shoot. I'm going to close this space. Any spirits that are here with ill intent or joining us during the live stream with a nasty attitude, we are closing the gates and you'll be locked in, and the only way out is to burn through purification, spiritual purification, or repent. And we call on the protection of Archangel Michael. And we're closing the gate. Some resistance there. All right, let's get started here. So hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm coming up next. This financial instability, there's some financial control, financial stability, security, conservatism. There's just a coldness around this, a lack of action. Someone is totally disconnecting and releasing themselves from financial responsibility at all costs. At all costs. You may have been taking a hardline approach to holding on to your finances right now. Someone around you is trying to emotionally manipulate you through isolation, and it's not working. It is not working because what you're doing, you're sitting at home saving your money. Fine, cut me out. I won't spend any money on you either. That's all right. That's all right. You're over here saving your pennies. They think they're putting you in emotional baggage and stagnation. So here the compulsion is, a subconscious compulsion to get you to act out, to get you to come out, to get you to blow some cash, to get you to come out and say, I'm buying drinks for everyone. Because they're trying to lock you down in isolation here. You're coming in with abundance and fertility. Our focus this week has been staying our butts home, because they want you to be afraid of losing out. They want you seated in FOMO so bad that you will be willing to not only come out, but to be ready to throw a party for everyone else to enjoy. Yeah, they really want you to act impulsively right now. Get in the chat and let me know if you've been experiencing a heightened dream life in the last few days. Someone's getting really, really stingy here. You are over here with new ideas, or they're coming up with new ideas about how to separate you from your money. They're working on it. They're working on it hard. Look at that. You're over here in moderation and balance. And disconnecting, really. If there is any excess, it's in this disconnection. They think you're being extreme. That's how they view you. They think that you're being extreme in your cutoff game. Like a light switch. Like a light switch, bitch. Got no time for that. Yeah, here's the tower moment sitting in the middle. It's not going to be your tower moment. They are working up to this. Now, we talked in yesterday's reading about your ops using this blood moon, Mercury, coronal ejection 444 on the clock, this conjunction as a means of conjuring a one last attempt on you that will close a cycle. It's their last shot. So we're really picking up on an energy of you getting out where they can reach you. energetically, spiritually, and you're just not letting it in. They are burnt out and restless, waiting for you to take action. So this is a confirmed return to sender energy here, because if you're not burned out and being challenged by this situation, the tower moment's going to be theirs. It's all theirs. They're the ones that's burning out, and they've run out of ideas. This was their last big shot, and they had to wait. They had to wait for this massive alignment to just get any kind of scrap of energy. Outside of these special cosmic circumstances, they got nothing. You're seated over here in joy and harmony. And it's your joy and harmony resonating this whole like absenteeism. They can't stand your absenteeism. And they're struggling here. You've got bravery, and they're trying to be brave. They're putting on a brave face. That's what that is. They're not strong. This is all a front. Their lack of focus here, because they're about to pay out. They've got to pay. Now, we talked yesterday about if they're going to be conjuring on this special cosmological weather event, they're going to have to pay toll, because they're reaching into something much darker. And they're not just going to be pulling up witchcraft on trying to get their ancestors to work for them. They are working with this event to conjure an entity to work on their behalf. And let me tell you, entities don't just go out and go like, oh, what you got? I want to work. No, they're like, why are these naked monkeys, these hairless monkeys, bothering me right now? I intend to feed. If you're going to wake up, you got to feed the beast. If you're going to wake it up, you're going to have to feed the beast. They're unable to move forward here in this, and it comes right in on the tower moment. They're going to get stuck, lost opportunity, and their lack of planning, their missed chance and financial loss. This isn't going to come off well for them, because we already know we're working with dilettantes here, or there's dilettantes that are working in our energy. Amateurs. Because why else would they have to wait for this massive cosmological event to be able to do anything? Yeah, they're trying to make progress by expanding their foresight through partnerships. This card couldn't have come in more clearly. Progress, expansion, growth, foresight, and partnerships. They are trying to make progress by expansion of their growth through foresight that only comes with a partnership. They cannot do this on their own. So after this event, today, tonight, and tomorrow, you're going to see a different face to them, because they want, for one thing, they want to see if this brings new beginnings on you. They know that this is going to bring a new beginning. It's going to bring a new beginning for you, for sure, but it's not going to bring it through this tower moment. It's going to bring it, they're working this competition and this challenge for you. It's going to be their tower moment. Just stay still and keep doing it. Go into lazy mode. Go get lazy about this. Lack of ambition. You got no interest in what they're doing. It's just kind of like, it doesn't sound like you guys go have fun. It just kind of sounds boring. That you got them over here waiting for you. Their whole long game was them waiting on you to do something. They are so in lack of energy right now. Insecurity and lack of creativity. I can't make it up, folks. What was that? Disappointment and regret. That is not just disappointment. They are going to be seated in hard regret. They are going to regret that they ever came at you at this kind of scale, because they can't defend themselves from the energies that they're conjuring. That's the thing. And they don't have enough to feed this beast. They don't have enough to feed this beast. Their partnerships and the planning, what are they planning? What is this partnerships they're going in for? Something underneath. Yeah, we already know they're doing death magic. They're trying to pull up a past soul. Somebody's having coffee at midnight, and they've already missed that chance. They've already missed that chance. Somebody is conjuring through coffee. They're stimulating. This is someone that is working in stimulants, because they're going to have to stay up all night. So they're going to be coffeeed up or coked up or something for them to be in full energy when this whole night passes. And this trickery is going to bring them all the hardship. Yeah, they're trying to pull up ancestor energy, and it is going to be like Full Metal Alchemist. They don't have nature's payment. You can't make something out of nothing. And just like in Full Metal Alchemist, when they tried to bring their mom back, what came back was not their mom. And this is fair warning for any cross watchers here. What you're about to try to attempt to do, 1111, what is coming back is not your mom or dad. I'm telling you now. It might look like them, it might smell like them, but it is all wrapped up in death, and it is going to come to feed. It is going to come to feed. It will wake up hungry. This vision, this is confirmation of the vision, King of Wands here. I don't want this for these people. I don't want their ops to go down like this. I don't want my ops to go down like this. This is ugly business. I don't want I would not wish this on my enemy. That's the kind of thing. Nope. That's going to be some ugly, bloody night. It'll be a blood moon, all right. What's going to happen is they're going to try to conjure a family member that has recently passed. Almost a freaking year to the day. Earlier, a little more than a year. Someone's passed in the last 14 months. They're going to try to conjure this past relative because it's still fresh, but it's been more than a year. Ugly business. And that thing that's coming back is not, okay, they're going to do some grave access because it's been only about a year. Someone's going in for, I'm getting vision of their practice. They are going to attempt to raise from the grave of a recently passed relative that passed this time last year. And they are going to work magic over this grave and try to raise this person again to come at you as this primary op. And what comes up out of the ground is not going to be their relative. I do not wish this on my worst enemy. Ugly, ugly business. Ugly business. The violence that is going to incur. It's a matter of logic. King of Swords here. Leadership and authority will come down objectively. Logic and fairness in this authority. We're talking, there's the law of nature. You want to mess around with this dark stuff. You can't rewrite the laws of nature. They're so curious about communicating with, they think they're going in and know what they're doing. They think they know what they're doing with this. They are confident. Arrogant is the word. Yeesh. That's why we closed the gate today. That's why we closed the gate today, because we don't want that, whatever they're about to wake up. Yeah, surrender. Absolutely surrender and hide yourself out and get in your safe space and stay in your safe space. There is heavy magic going on with this conjunction. And you know the dark practitioners are out there going, oh, it's the perfect night. It's perfect. codependency, neglect, materialism, and then shirking responsibilities, lack of effort. We've got the Ten of Swords on its head and the Queen of Pentacles. Now, put these two together, we've got a group that is going to be meeting tonight. And half of them aren't going to be pulling off the shirking responsibilities and a lack of effort. We are dealing with amateurs here. Codependency, neglect, everybody's in it for themselves. Nobody is really a practitioner here. This is a broken coven doing some work tonight. This is heavy witchcraft night on the dark end. This amateurs, fucking amateurs. And they won't close the gate. Betrayal and rock bottom pain right there. There it is. They won't close the gate. They will not protect themselves. They will invite this energy into them. And they are going to see some shit. There's going to be somebody's going to OD tonight. There will be life taken tonight through this. And it's going to be one of their children. It's going to be one of their children to suffer. A young child. A young child will be struck down. A blood child. Someone, new beginnings and an awakening. They're going to, oh Lordy, don't let it get into turkey. It's going to drop right into that kid. They're going to conjure this shit tonight, and it's going to drop right into the kid that they've left run around the bonfire playing all night with them. If they haven't jacked that kid up with a freaking Red Bull or gone ahead and like drugged that child to keep them up all night, slipped them a little something in their juice bottle, and that spirit is going to jump into that kid and take that child. And shit ain't never going to be right for that kid again. Not because that kid is going to see something or know what's going on, but they are going to invite this freaking entity, and it's going to jump right into the most innocent bodily form, unguarded form, and it's going to be that kid. It's going to be that kid. They tried to do the same thing to me when I was a little kid. Bonfires in the middle of the woods. My sister took the hit for me, but it obviously got in and woke me up, and I was protected. But you see, that shit never goes away. That shit never goes away. You stay connected on a whole different level. Someone is ambitious here, dishonestly ambitious. Oh, this ambition coming in with dishonesty, trickery, followed up by hardship. They are wishing the worst possible fate for their own child. They think that this is a massive breakthrough, but they don't have any control of this. They don't have any control of this. They think that they've got the ticket. If they bring this innocent life into the circle, will protect them. And they're sacrificing their child. They are about to sacrifice this child. They've already taken cuttings off this child. Hair, fingernails. Yep. If they haven't, in my case, I had witches cutting pieces. I got scars on me where the women that were around me were cutting pieces off of me. This shit's real. These people are out here doing this shit. Imbalance, overwhelmed, shirking responsibilities, burnout. We already know they're a bunch of broke ass with no focus. Just more emphasis on this dilettante. They're going to be doubling up on this witchcraft too. Looking for opportunities in isolation. So whoever this child is that they're about to sacrifice, they're damning this child. They are damning this child. They're not going to see any results immediately. But in 5, 10, 15 years, this child is going to be the curse on that family. This child will be the avenue of the curse that is played out on this family. 2020 on the clock. Hindsight, it's 2020. Yeah, this is a child that otherwise is neglected, because people, if they're not talking to you, they're talking about you. So they're going to spend the next 10 years watching over this child and never talking directly to the child or explaining to the child what they're experiencing. But they're going to watch this child because weird shit is going to start happening around this child. Like weird shit. This child is going to start doing poltergeist level stuff. Remember that scene in Poltergeist in like the second or third one? I don't remember how many they did. And the little blonde-haired girl that had gone through the TV. I was in the second movie. The grandma and all them are sitting around at a picnic table after all this had happened and everything went back to normal. And they had a basket of yarn sitting next to them. And somebody said, "Hey, little girl, granddaughter, whatever, could you hand me the yellow yarn?" And she reaches in the basket while she's still playing with her toy over here and pulls out the yellow yarn and passes it over and never looks at the color. And the grown-ups look at each other and clock it. And they go, "Hand me the pink one." And she reaches around like this and pulls out the pink one and hands them and never looks at the color. They're going to start noticing shit on this kid. And they're not going to talk to the kid. They're going to talk about the kid to each other around the child. And that's going to cause this isolation. And that's going to bring the curse into that family. Because that child's going to know it's being neglected. That child will accept this loss because the child's going to be touched. And the child's going to let go of any kind of grudges and there will be no love lost when this child turns 22. There will be no love lost. That child will be humble and seeking peace because of the strength that they're calling down into this child. They don't understand. They don't understand what they're turning this kid into. They are in a state of codependence here. They want the child in a state of codependence. And that might be the truth for a while. That child, it will be because of their neglectful kind of hovering. It's going to kind of mess this kid up in how they seek relationships. It's going to mess that kid up in what that kid perceives as a loving relationship. But the child's going to be humble. The child's going to accept that this is how it is. And explore with enthusiasm, not knowing that they were supposed to be kind of shut down or cut off or isolated. The child will find its way like water. The child will find a way to affections. Fear of change and feeling stuck. These people aren't going to be able to control who this child bonds with after that. Because the child's not going to know what healthy love looks like. And the child's going to get picked up like a Padawan. From a mature adult who is the devil. They are setting this kid up for a future of basically Anakin Skywalker energy. And they don't understand they might not know how to develop this child into dark energy. They're afraid of this child. But there will be someone that comes to this child that is not afraid of manipulating and developing and grooming this child for the dark art. All right, let's get out of this. We already know what these people are going to do tonight. And frankly, it's none of our business. It is their own curse. Confirmation by digestion. It's their own curse. And it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. All of that was presented to you for you to know to stay the fuck out of the way. To understand the depth and the generational betrayal that's about to happen. And just what a sacrifice looks like. And it'll be their own family curse. It'll be their own curses. Thank you for joining me. I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. We are here, our spirit team right here, all together now. We are working through our blood moon, Mercury, Sun with an M5 class, M5 coronal ejection that is going to hit us over the next 7 to 10 hours, 7 to 14 hours, exactly when we are lined up for this lunar eclipse, which is going to stretch our gravitational field into the moon's gravitational field while we were in this lunar eclipse. Now, both of those things happening at the same time are a massive cosmological event. Our spirit team is on its best behavior. We're working tight in zodiac tendencies. We'll do a little bit of zodiac reading here too. Whose zodiac are we in? Let's see. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. We are in Taurus. We are in Taurus. Now, y'all know my cards. Y'all know my cards. I got all the zodiacs in here, but Taurus popped right the heck out. If you've been with me here, this gets very specific. Hit that subscribe button so you can jump in the chat. 40 today, good old Virgo. Happy birthday, Amethyst. Glad to have a positive vibe Virgo on board with us. Hiding in the open. There is there is a parallel energy here to you, Virgo. So we're working with dark Taurus. We're focused on a Taurus in distress. Trying to release from attachment. I hear you, Taurus. This is a positive Taurus that is stuck in the darkness during this time, reaching out to me now. Future building. And this Taurus is either not hiding and has been outed, but that would be hiding in the open. So this Taurus got outed. This Taurus is in a tremendous amount of anxiety state. Fear state. Shit just got real. We're not intoxicated here. This is very, very straight up. Taurus is in sober, fully conscious distress. I feel you, Taurus. My daddy was a Taurus. We're serious here. No clowning. No clowning. This release from attachment is a life and death matter for Taurus right now. There is a fail in the exercise. This is not an exercise. Confirmation. What about this behavior? We've got somebody that was operating as an earth angel or was understood to be an earth angel here. This sounds like a betrayal or the dark. There is an observance of the darkness of someone's capacity. So Taurus was relying on someone in their circle or in their field or their family or their house to be on their best behavior, and that's not the case. It's gone. This has gone to a very dark situation. There was a failure to transmute someone's crying. Spirit team was not able to intercede about a painful situation. So Taurus's prayers are not being answered right now, and Taurus is in distress. Heavenly angels, right there. Heavenly angels heard Taurus's prayers, and heavenly angels are choosing to not respond. That's the release from attachment. Taurus, you're being prompted to get in there and dig yourself out. Dig yourself out. If you are under oppression right now, if you are behind bars, or if you're being held captive somewhere, or if you are in spiritual jail, or you are under duress, keep fighting. We are with you. We are coming for you. We are all here with you, and keep fighting to us as we make our way to you. We are coming for you. There is a broken coven here that's being destroyed tonight based on, okay, this Taurus is finding himself in the midst of this dark coven that we just in the fields. Try not to get distressed here. They're going to smell your fear. And here's our Virgo. We got our positive Virgo backing you up. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. We do have there. So there is an undercover Virgo in the scene with you, Taurus. You have backup. You just can't see them. They can't expose themselves to you. Understood. Understood. I hear you. Steady down. Taurus, you need to calm yourself. Your anxiety is showing. Your secrets. Yeah, don't get caught in this betrayal. You have backup. You just can't see them. Virgo is on your 6. Your obliteration from dark spirits in the next 24 to 48 hours is not going to happen. Did you see that? There's your confirmation, Taurus. You're not being collected unless you expose yourself to this dark coven. Keep the faith. Keep rolling with that succubus energy. Don't give yourself away right now. Capricorn is watching. So there is a very deep, cold energy here that is watching you closely, Taurus, to see if you're going to flip or if you know the score. Don't expose yourself. Virgo is on your 6. Keep your calm. Steady down. Hold fast. Hold fast. So we've got Taurus. Taurus, are you concerned about being the sacrifice? They're not here for you, but they will destroy you and use you for a sacrifice. Here's the win for you. That's the information that you were waiting on. That was what you were waiting for. You are not the sacrifice, but they will cook you and feed you to this demon. Do not expose yourself at this time. Virgo is on your 6. Capricorn is watching to see if you're going to break. So I'm on the Pacific coast of the United States. Y'all should be seeing in the next hours, the next 3 to 7 hours, these ceremonies taking place. Something about not minding your own business. Someone's not minding their own business. There are people on the outside of you that know that this is going down. Hold fast. There's duplicity here all over the place. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, we've got a seer who is a predator in that scene that was projecting power exchange energy. This is Virgo. Virgo is in the back. That's Virgo is being accused of, or was, Virgo is making out to be a predator, but Virgo is another seer. And it's not about this power exchange, okay? Virgo was being presented or was presenting himself as one of the bad guys, as a power exchange junkie. And that's not the case. It is a predator. This Virgo is a predator, but this Virgo is also a seer. So this Virgo is doing double duty, okay? So hang on, you're getting bits of information about this because you cannot afford to expose yourself. Taurus, what you're really bad at is poker face. You suck at poker face. That's why you're not allowed to know shit. That's why you sit around going, I don't need to know this. Because this Capricorn is watching you. This Capricorn was put in place to watch everything that you perceive, to know whether or not the game is up. Please, Taurus, keep your cool. You suck at this. You're only being given enough information to keep you calm because you're seeing this shit play out and you are slowly picking up to the fact of what's going on. And the second you do, it's going to flash across your face and you're going to panic. And Capricorn's going to be right there going, he's blown. He's blown. Take him out. Spiritual warfare here, folks. Yeah. You are not everything you need. Yeah, there is dark assassination energy right here. That's what they're going to do. You are a key to some kind of access. And they know they can't tell you about it because they know you are a diehard traditionalist, or like you keep the faith for sure. But they've got you in a succubus energy here, and you can't do this by yourself. You weren't trained for this. You weren't trained for this end of it, and that's kind of what's going across your brains right now. And everybody is watching you to see whether or not you're going to give the whole thing away. They're waiting to see if you're going to. Somebody's been given the clue, Taurus, that you are going to betray them, and you haven't done it yet. And they're in the peak of something they're trying to accomplish. They need you on scene, but they are watching you to see if you're going to resist. Because they know if you resist, they're going to have to pin you down. Everybody's in a fear mode right now. And it doesn't say that there's fear. It just said that there's fear in the air. Don't let them smell it on you. Taurus, do not let them smell the fear. There's your poker face. You will win this, okay? You have the power over this jealousy. And that's the whole thing. Taurus, whatever relationship you're in with Capricorn right now, Capricorn is steeped in jealousy in everything that they do. This particular Capricorn. Hold off on taking that shot. Yellow-eyed demon is here. You may have made some compromises that you really kind of wish you hadn't, but to you it was just like, it's what's got to happen. It's what's got to happen to get the job done. And what you didn't realize was that you signed a karmic contract. Allow me to encourage you. Stay the course. You know this is a trap door. You're going to have to go into that room. It's like those haunted houses movies. And it's always a white family. I think Eddie Murphy spoofed this with, oh, no. First time that ghost says, get out. My ass is out of there. I'm not going. But white people in these movies will go, well, let's go ahead and open that door. It can't be so bad. This is hot right here. Taurus, you're figuring out for the first time. Your little blondie knew everything, could see everything, unloaded all the knowledge on you, and you didn't believe it. It was just too weird. And now you've woken up to it, like right in front of all of this witchcraft. You woke up to it all at once. Do not let this Capricorn see that you know what's going on. It's like, don't let the squirrels know that you know the squirrels know. Because they'll turn. They will freaking turn on you. Whew, it's hot. I am hot right now. I am sweating. Fugue state anxiety. Manifesting about a loss. You're about to lose your head. You're getting more anxious about the possibility of losing your cool than you are about actually losing your cool. Steady down. Steady down. Hold fast. Hold fast. You know how to do this, Taurus. What you were trained for was keeping your cool. What you like doing a hard thing, not necessarily keeping your cool whenever you know it's a hard thing has to be done. But if you get yourself caught up in a hard situation, man, you tend to just kind of, I hate this, and still do it anyway. Well, what you don't handle very well is knowing that it's coming. The eye chakra is open now. Taurus has been awakened. Okay. All you needed to know was that you got backup. Yes, it is exactly what you think it is. But you got backup, and you are right to be concerned about your safety with this Capricorn. Keep your eye on that Capricorn. Don't change your behavior toward that Capricorn. Don't get over solicitous. Don't change your patterns with this Capricorn. If you've been a dick to this Capricorn for a couple of weeks, don't switch it up now. Keep going keep doing what you were going to do. Oh, that's what it is. Taurus isn't a very good liar. Taurus isn't a very good liar. You don't poker face very well at all. Taurus, if you're about to panic, complain about a bowel issue and hide out in the bathroom until you catch your breath. Show them nothing. Don't show them anything. And if nothing happens, they're going to come in. Capricorn is overly concerned about people's health and bodily functions as a monitoring spirit. Yeah, they are your monitoring spirit. Here's your brown eye. Yes, go in the bathroom and pretend to take a big dump until you can catch your cool. Nothing's going to be in the toilet. That's not the kind of thing, 40-40 on the clock. You don't think about what it's going to look like. You're a bad liar. You're a bad liar. So tell them that your brown eye isn't working, and that's why you have to keep going back. You're going to the bathroom too much, and you're not actually flushing the can. Nothing's actually happening. Tell them you're constipated. Why are you constipated? Mind your own business. 90 days, 90 seconds, 90 minutes. Spending too long in the bathroom with nothing happening. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let them think that nothing's going on, but you're upset, can't go to the bathroom. Here's what everybody knows. If you're in anxiety, you probably get kind of loose in the guts. So this is working out perfectly. Hazel eyes, green eyes. Whoever has got the jelly, the jealousy, whoever wants to start this fight, let them start the fight. And you sit over here and be sprung like you guys bicker all the time. Go into your bickery mode. Create the distance. Be the dysfunctional relationship portion of what you guys do. What do you do when you guys are fighting? What do you guys do when you're annoyed with each other? That's where you need to sit. Yeah. Pick a fight. Get them away from you. Make them want to not be around you. Be an asshole. Start bossing them around. Welcome back. Everything's going to be okay. You got your pace now. Very good. Very good. Yeah. And what's going to happen is captive's going to want to come to you and give you some information. This person that you're going to bicker with to regain some balance is going to start getting real needy. You're going to throw them off and they're going to go into codependency mode. And they might actually tell you something that you do need to know. They might start feeding you little bits of information that to try to console you or to try to get you to, well, we were going to do that. They need your participation. Make them beg for it. Go full Fight Club on them. Make them sit on the sideline and beg for your participation. You know how to do this when you guys are bickering in codependency. Oh, you don't know what codependency is if you're in this relationship with if Taurus is in this relationship with Capricorn, you don't have emotional, I don't want to call it maturity, but you don't have the emotional textbook definitions of what they've been doing to you for the last 50 years. This is when codependency says, I will let you be a jerk to me as long as I get to be a jerk to you. That's the one. That now you know what you need to do. Yeah. And then you guys, what? You bicker, you fight, you make up, but for a few minutes, you guys get to be an asshole at each other. That's the basis of your relationship. That's the mode you need to be in. Because you know what happens then? They get super needy. And they start giving you details. They start begging you along. They start trying to convince you of why you need to. And they try to get your participation by being super solicitous, by being super giving. And they're going to start spilling information at you to try to con you into coming along. Let them. You want some details? Let them. Let it piss you off. Let it piss you off. 444 coming in. Allow me to encourage you into this sweepstakes, yellow-eyed demon crossroads contract that you got into. It sounds like a bad marriage. You got into a bad marriage to solve a problem. And that bad marriage is what you need to be exercising it. One, it'll keep you distracted until they operate their plan. They're going to sacrifice another kid. You've seen them sacrifice. Who is them? Who is them, Taurus? Who is Capricorn playing with to get something done tonight that is suddenly scaring the shit out of you? Cards are all flipped up. What I saw was a seizure and chicken noodle on their head. This Capricorn has been, you're getting the clue. This Capricorn has purposefully been making people sick, physically sick, to control them and to seize them or to cause seizures. Spiritual seizures out of their jealousy. Yeah, there it is. There's our seizure and the jealousy. And they work elemental influence here. You're figuring out that your Capricorn partner is a witch. And you're putting it all together, what they've been responsible for. And that was just what shocked you. You gotta walk this out the door. You gotta walk this all the way out the door. I'm sorry, honey. Virgo is right there on your 6. Hold tight. Boy, finally getting Taurus calmed down. Still this jealousy issue. Let's get away from Taurus for a minute. That got real specific. You'll know who it is. You'll know if it's you. Get in that chat and tell me about it. We'll get into our rune stones and our vocabularium. Thank you for joining me on this special cosmological event. Pawnee is a member of the American Indian people of Kansas and Nebraska. With huge success, huge karmic success, huge karmic inner equilibrium. There is a successful union with old school tribal tradition. You know how to do this. You know how to do this. Yes, inheritance and universal truth, family. So you know how to lean into your family traditions from way back. Rest in those high cheekbones, baby. You've been too timid. Guarding your health with insufficient motivation. You may have been suspecting this for a little while, watching your health decline and suspecting that there was interference. And then poor communication, an ill-fated journey. Y'all may have taken a trip recently where you suddenly got sick out of distractions. Like there were some distractions that kept you from realizing what was making you sick. And it was this Capricorn. This Capricorn had turned away from trying to make the children sick into trying to make you sick in order to control you or to bring you to an early demise. Capricorn has gotten short and trying to make things happen faster than they naturally would, and it's starting to set some alarm bells off. They got creative. They tried to get creative and stepped out of their normal crafting and gave themselves away. I'm sorry, Taurus, this is going to be hard news for you to take. We might be dealing with an older Taurus here. Alameda, a public promenade bordered by trees. You might be in a place called Alameda. Be wary of advice, especially from an elder, a potential liar, unhelpful situation, and miscommunications. So they're going to try to spin and create a boundary around you, probably try to block other people from coming toward you, isolating you in the trees. Yeah, there's going to be some kind of on the nose. They want to get you off into the woods, or they want to get you off into going for a walk along a tree border or the edge of the woods. That's where their guardian spirit is coming from. They're persistent and definitely steeped in mysticism. They are trying to deliver you to your fate instead of bringing the fate to you. It's something new, someplace new. They want to take you on a promenade, on a walk. They don't know that you've got this like First Nation blood in you that is setting off all of these alarm bells for you. It's about your destruction here. They want to create an inner crisis. Yeah, this Capricorn is trying to make you sick. You'll know if this applies to you, if this is causing a great deal of fear for you, or if this is pissing you off because you think I'm talking shit about you, then it's not for you. You should probably be, I'm curious if you're not the Capricorn. There's unpleasant revelation coming. Don't gamble on this. You won't win. Don't take any chances. Don't go for that walk in the dark woods tonight. Just don't do it. Don't do it. You're getting all of these intuitive warnings. Something just doesn't smell right. And it's probably, if they're getting creative, they're trying something new. They are probably suggesting you guys go do something that you never go and do. Why would we go and do that? Don't take any chances tonight. And definitely don't go walking around in the trees, particularly after dark. Yeah, they want to bring in this savage, repugnant justice for you, their righteousness, and this drive for victory over you. This is a payback setup. This is a payback. They want to get even with you, and this is how they're going to do it after probably decades of them having to put up with you, aiming too high, and the sun shining. The sun shines on the good and the bad. They are giving off shooting too high. Like this, they're going to try to take you down by doing something too extravagant. And that's going to be your clue. Their behavior is going to be, they're going to be trying too hard to convince you of something. So seed in that codependent energy. Let them try to beg you along. Don't go along, but try to get them to talk about what it is that you are supposed to go and do with them. No end of days, limitless with each day. Your days can't come to a close fast enough for them. And they are so frustrated that you won't go ahead and just freaking die. You're living too long. You're living longer than they wanted you to. There's our Alameda again. Public promenade bordered by trees, vulnerable to attack, too good to be true, personal relations in question. It's a mate. It's a mate that is trying to lure you to your demise. Stay your ass home tonight. There are some difficulties in overcoming something while this is, they're running out of energy. They're running out of vigor and life force. This is a dibbler. They want to make holes in the ground. They want to make a U-shaped, they want to make a torus-shaped hole in the ground. Don't expect help in this. Immaturity, they're having to face responsibilities. They don't expect help. They feel like they've wasted their gifts on you. A wise receiver gives back. Ooh. You might have to do something that is completely out of character to shut this down. I got the vision of a high spirit energy having to, it's like a vampire who is in love with some creature, but that creature has always and only wanted to do away with the vampire, and that vampire is going to have to go ahead and break their little neck. That creature that's going to have to crush that little creature like a cockroach. Going to have to hurt their feelings on purpose. And that's that Pawnee energy. You're going to have to be there. You're going to have to be. I am not going to insult the Pawnee by calling it savage. You're going to have to be tough. You're going to have to be just as mean about it as you have to be to survive. You're going to have to crush their feelings on purpose. What was that? Yeah. Divine intervention. You're going to see this person for the first time for the demon that they are. And it's going to look like the person that you once had feeling for. But in order to protect yourself, you're gonna have to be the one to take them out, to not physically, to spiritually take them out, to emotionally take them out, to shut them down once and for all, and in a way that is irrevocable. Oh, I want to get out of this sacrificial energy. Let's get out of this sacrificial energy. We will be proud of you, Taurus. You're going to have to do the hard thing. You're going to have to shut it down. And you're divinely protected in doing so. It's almost like a werewolf given permission to go ahead and feed. Our awareness is upside down. You weren't aware that this was even a possibility. And then the cleanse, it's going to get dirty. It's going to get dirty. Self-expression with the sun. So this isn't about you. This is about the energy, this coronal mass ejection coming off. This M-class plasma ejection. It's almost like you're going to get activated and get closure at the same time. Boundaries. The opposite of creation here. The opposite of introspection. This is not about you, but it is a very personal thing that's about to happen to you, through you. This is not about your evolution. It may never happen again. This alignment, this timing, your lifespan, this may never happen again in history. There will be other courses to take that will never require this of you again. You can take solace in that. This is a unique alignment. And it is no Mr. Lee. There is no Mr. Lee. It's not a mystery, it's a Mr. Lee. The one that's steeped in sensuality. You know the one. Cosmic consciousness is on its head. Sacred geometry is on its head. Yes, the tone just changed dramatically. I'm not happy about this. I don't want to be here for this. But this is what's being required of me to close this gate. This is my turn, folks. It just got very personal for me. This is very hard for me to accept. You know the one. You know exactly who I'm talking about if this is you. As your honor, what? As you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. That's a little consolation. Don't take action. You're not in touch with the truth in this situation. You need to trust your gut and lovingly hold back. You don't have all the information here. Simon's just gone into a deep sleep mode. Si, are you okay? Simon. Si, wake up, Bubba. Archangel Gabriel is here in full front. You have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. I'm feeling Taurus's anxiety. The demons chasing me have been close. There is no new romance imminent, either with a newcomer or through a reignited passion. You must close yourself to giving and receiving love. This is not about a romance. This is business. Archangel Raphael in the upright. I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. And the aurora is on its head. This is not the time to fly high. Stay humble right here, folks. Steady down. You're not flying too high right now. It's not threatening anyone else. Steady down. Crystal, clear as baccarat, folks. Doesn't make me any happier about it. Have faith and hope because there's something positive and new on the horizon that you can't yet see. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I kind of have to, don't I? If any of this is resonating with you, get in there and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Consider a membership today. Get in that super chat and do whatever you can to help support the channel. If you're watching this after the stream has ended, get in the comments and tell me hello, and then slide it over to the side and hit that hype button. And y'all get in there and hit all those cartoons. If you got any stickers on the books with YouTube, slap them my way. It sure does help the channel. And if you haven't yet subscribed, subscribe now. We're in the vocabularium here without the rune stones. Abelia is a honeysuckle shrub. I'll be your huckleberry. Hey, if you're in the Pacific Northwest, I know a place called White Salmon is just about to have their Huckleberry Festival in the first week of September. And that's a really sweet time in a small tourist town. Set free from obligations and a badinage, a playful repertoire of banter. Someone's being told to take a little holiday here. That's why I thought of that Huckleberry Festival. A fleet is the act of blowing or breathing, like a divine imparting of knowledge. If you take a break right now, you're going to get a download, or you're getting downloads right now about taking a little holiday. Just taking a break. Getting into some wholesomeness. Into farm country, yes, where nothing happens. Nothing happens out in the sticks. Get away is what it's saying. Step back and get away. We're all over the place with that. Yeah, there's something caustic here. There's a warning here about a caustic situation. An expedited payment as a tip or a bribe. A baksheesh. An acrimonious baksheesh. Someone is having to pay a debt that they don't want to pay. And it is a bribe. And they resent having to pay a bribe to get something done. An aglet is that little plastic tip at the end of your shoestring, marked by restraint in food or alcohol. Abstemious agritum. It's ageless, annual, tropical, American, composite, herbs often cultivated. For their small, shadowy heads of unusually blue or white flowers. Aglets, plain ornamental covering at the ends of a lace or a point. So someone's going to be wearing abstemious. Someone very serious at this little country getaway is going to be wearing blue and white flowers, and that's how you'll know them. Abatus, abnegate, and abstruse. An abatus is a defensive obstacle formed by felling trees with the sharpened branches facing outward toward the enemy to deny or create a renounce, a difficulty to understand. Someone wants to put an obstacle in front of you here. Right on top of this, if you go to this little country getaway, you're going to be misled by someone trying to throw a sign at you and lure you into a trap. So be cautious there of getting drawn into something to the side by something that's way too obvious of a lure. Someone in velour, blue and white velour. And they were bribed, regretfully, to be this lure or this bait. Absolute humidity is the amount of water vapor present in a unit or volume of air, but it is acidic. The air will be acerbic, moody, temperamental. Don't expect it to be like all congenial. Aboriginal. Acariasis, and infested with disease caused by mites. So the locals are nasty, and they're all lined up trying to take you out. Like bees, or something with an ovipositor that's been modified into a stinger. So this sounds like a honey trap. There will be a honey trap in a blue and white dress or blue and white velour. Don't be distracted. There'll be a little country honey trap. To gather you, they'll be gathered up into a mass or a cluster, agglomerate. Aba is loose, sleeveless outer garment for Middle Eastern men, or the fabric of goat or camel hair. Let's see. And spicy, Achiot, mongrel, Balmoral. A round flat hat, a dog with a hat on, spicy garments. This is hippies. Hippies! And then now, let's see. There will be flags signaling a Buddhist mentality of don't hurt. Like, okay, so this is giving Hippocratic oath. Yeah, you're going to be set on edge to try to not hurt anybody, which means somebody's going to be provoking you to hurt someone. By taking hand in a wormy situation, someone is going to, it's abducent nerve, promulgate manus and acanthocephalon, spiny-headed worm, digital by the hand, declaring in terms of some kind of public decree that is going to set your nerves on fire on the nose. So there's red flags here. People are going to be very open about their seediness. And they're going to be gathered around you like as a gaggle of sweaty hippies. That'll make sense to somebody. You're gonna be not able to, okay, agnosia is the loss or a lesson of ability to recognize familiar objects or stimulus that you're accustomed to as a result of brain damage. As a result of brain damage. You're gonna feel crazy. It's gonna make you feel disoriented to be in this environment. It is not your natural setting. It's just gonna make you feel really disoriented to be in this environment. And let's see. One last rollout here. And I'm trying to stay focused. Whatever you do, don't go to sleep. Stay with me here. I know it's late on the East Coast. We've got the mentor here. Venom. Agape. Prayers. When you find yourself in a dangerous situation, lean on your teachings, which is praying in pure love. Say your prayers. You get nervous, you get scared, you find yourself in a ugly situation that is making your head spin, just start reciting your prayers. We've got the lover here and the mystic. So I love that's. You'll know if this applies to you. I hope this hits for you. If it does, get in the chat and let me know. There's an empty room here for the pilgrim. There is the apocalyptic sword here. And the vessel in the forest. So that's going back to that, the very beginning of our reading. Remember where you're at here. Don't go to sleep. We are in the midst of this transference of energy here. The healer, the dead end, the orphan in the womb. So all of this started from a foundling child who was the healer that came from nowhere, was an orphan foundling, a dead-end womb. There was no womb. This was a foundling. There is a place in Kentucky, a valley, a whole population now after several generations, but in the late 1800s, a child was found and introduced to a community. This child was of blue skin. And now that that child has bred with locals and has created a whole community passing down that blue skin DNA. There was a sacrifice here made that was deserted. That's our orphan, our foundling. We're being reminded of the kiss, which for me, for a long time, I was simply reminded of the kiss of Judah, or the Judas kiss, the big betrayal. The hunter, or the kiss, was someone being hunted. This foundling was set up as the offer. The offering was deserted when that hunter dropped the kiss. And then the hunter became the hunted. I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. Thank you for being here with this amazing cosmological conjunction. Mercury, the sun in a class 5, a class M, class coronal ejection during our blood moon lunar eclipse. So that means it's got, we'll recap, it's Mercury, the sun, blasting this coronal ejection toward Earth, which stretches our magnetic field into what is our lunar eclipse sitting on the other side. So there's some heavy cosmological weather going on. I'm curious of what that does to Mercury's gravitational field, if that draws, or if it's just sitting out there and we're really dealing with just Mercury in its lined up conjunction with Earth and all of this other activity. But hit that notification bell so you can come back again, know whenever I'm coming back up, and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. We'll see you again soon, folks. Take care.